Guys, I have an interesting proposition for you guys, something that I've been thinking about for a while, but if I get 1,000 subscribers by the time the first game week begins, I will get Phil Foden's haircut. So yeah, do I think we can do it? I don't really think so. I hope not, but if it does happen, I will be getting Phil Foden's haircut. What's up guys, welcome back to the unofficial tribe. If you're new around here or you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the tribe. It's free, it costs nothing, and you can always change your mind. Today we're going to be looking at your guys' drafts. I'm going to be giving you my opinions, and we're going to be seeing what the other managers are thinking about doing with their teams. I have the teams up on my phone, so I'm going to be looking at that to sort of go through your guys' teams. Our first draft was sent in by someone named Tim the Smet, and as you guys can see, here's his team. He has Sanchez at the back, he has Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. He's got the double up of the Liverpool defenders. He has Lamptey, he has Buendia, he has Salah, Fernandes, he has Rafinha, he has Tony, Calvert-Lewin and Antonio up top. Then on his bench, looks pretty standard, he's got Fofana, Basuma, and then he has Omobamidele? Yeah, he's got that guy. And then, of course, he got Foster on the bench. And this is something that I've noticed with a lot of people. A lot of people have Foster on their bench. And if he starts, yes, he's a great option. But if he doesn't start, guys, he is so highly earned that his price will plummet when people transfer him out. And that's happened throughout the past, where you have a 4 million player who goes down to 3.9 or 3.8. And then when you transfer them out, you lose that 0.2 million value. It's not really good for your team, so that's something that you guys definitely need to take into consideration. My thoughts on this team is, it's a pretty solid team. It's nice to see what you can do when you have Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, when you have that combo of the two Liverpool defenders. And yeah, it's a solid team. I like the Buendia pick. We obviously don't have a history to compare him to. But yeah, he could be an awesome pick, and Aston Villa have great fixtures, so it could be a good consideration. You will, however, would want to transfer him out game week 3, so if you have a plan to do that, then yeah, fantastic pick. So all in all, I think that's a great team if you really do want to back those two Liverpool defenders. Next team we have here is from Colby McColby, and I'm not sure if that's his real name. That would be very interesting if it was. I'd like to think it is, but yeah, probably not. Going through his team, it looks really standard, it looks really template. I think he even mentioned that it looks template, but there's nothing wrong with that, guys. If you have a solid team and it's template, so there's nothing wrong with that. He's got Sanchez in goals. Also, a lot of people going for Sanchez, which I think is just completely the right option. So he's got Sanchez in goals, he's got Alexander-Arnold, he has Kufal, he has Digne, and he has Shaw. In the midfield, he's got Salah and Fernandes, and then he has Rafinha. And then up front, he's got the 3 forwards, he's got Calvert-Lewin, he's got Watkins, and he's got Antonio. Bench is also looking very, standard. He's got Foster on the bench, Lamptey, Gilmore, and Brownhill. Good bench options. I think all of them do play, so nothing wrong to be said about this team. I like this team. It is very template, but it's a very solid team nonetheless. Obviously, he's got Foster on the bench, which, keep in consideration. If he doesn't start, get him out your team, put in a low-owned 4 million goalkeeper. One goalkeeper that I have noticed is Steer, and if Martinez gets injured, Steer will come into the team, and that would be a great win, because Aston Villa do have a decentish defense. They got a lot of clean sheets last season, so that would probably be the best option in my opinion. The 3 up front I really like. I think that's a solid strategy, having those 3 known quantities up front that we know they score. A big problem that I have noticed is that there are not that many midfielders that we'd want to go for. There's a lot of punts, but there's no solid midfielders that we'd want to go for. So I definitely think having 3 up front just avoids the headache completely of that decision of who am I going to put into my midfield, because you're putting that extra spot up top. And now we have an interesting team from Abhay Golikere. I probably butchered your name, I'm very sorry, but yeah, your team is very interesting. Instead of going for Fernandes, you've gone with Kevin De Bruyne. I think that's the main highlight of your team, which is a great option. I still think, you can go for De Bruyne instead of Fernandes, but personally, just with how captaincy is going to go about in like my general strategy when it comes to captaincy, I would want Salah and Fernandes. I am looking at an early wildcard, so when I wildcard early, I will probably consider bringing in KDB then. So maybe have a look at the fixtures and see, you know, make these decisions for yourself. So he's got Alexander-Arnold, he's got Kufal, he's got Digne, and he's got Robertson at the back. He has Traore, Salah, KDB, and Barnes. Barnes is a good option. You know, I don't think he's an amazing option, but he's a solid option, and he can definitely still get you the points. Then he's got Calvert-Lewin up front, and he's got Watkins, which is, you know, fair enough. Obviously, with his setup that he's done, he has Davis on the bench, who's just going to be, I imagine he's just going to be on the bench the whole season, or up until he wildcards. He's got Basuma, he's got Fofana, and then again, he's got Foster on the bench. So I like having Fofana on the bench. I think he rotates nicely with some of the defenders' fixtures. He's a solid defender, and for 4.5, it's, you know, hard to find good defenders for 4.5 who are in a good team and, you know, have good fixtures. All in all, I like this team. I like the little differential punt with KDB, and you know, if that's what you're going to stick with, you know, it could pay off, it could not pay off. We really don't know. So there's always, you know, these lines that you can take that are different from other people's lines, but they might end up paying off. And then finally, we got a draft from number 14th in the world. He finished 14th overall. Absolutely amazing. He's commented a lot on our channel, and I really do appreciate his support. He has good insight as well. And this is the team that he sent me. This is his first draft. Starts off with Sanchez in the back. He has Alexander-Arnold, and he has Shaw, Lamptey, and Dean. In the midfield, he's gone for that Salah and Fernandes combo, and then he also has Rafinha. And then up top, he's got Iheanacho, Watkins, and Antonio. On his bench, he has Steer, he has Harrison, Basuma, and Ayling. Honestly, solid team. As you can see, our teams are going to be very template, and you know, even the top dogs teams are going to be template. There's no like really special picks that you can put into your team that no one's going to have, and they're going to get you all the points. It's not going to end up like that. It's going to be like the players that we know play well, who have good fixtures, will get the points. So that is definitely something that we should take into consideration. It's maybe not trying to be so differential. It's not a bad thing to be template. You know, in fact, it could actually be a good thing, because if you're template to the point where you have all the good players, and the only players that score the points are the template players, it ends up being phenomenal for you. Anyway guys, that has been all for this video. If you found it informative and you found it entertaining, subscribe to the tribe. It's free, it costs nothing, and you can always change your mind. If I hit 1,000 subscribers by the time the first game week begins, I will get Phil Foden's haircut. So the ball's in your park, guys. Yeah, that's all from me. Cheers.